All right, today we're going to break down something pretty exciting, a 4-step blueprint for building a really profitable online coaching business. Let's get right into it. $10,000 a month. That's the number, that's the goal. Now, I know it might sound like a crazy huge number, but the whole idea here is that it's way more achievable than you might think, especially when you focus on high-value service, not just high volume. And that's really the heart of it, right? We're not talking about learning some brand new complicated thing. We're talking about taking a skill, a passion, or even just an experience you already have and turning it into a real business. And believe me, there's a market for just about everything. So, to get to that $10,000 mark, we're going to follow this super simple 4-part blueprint. It's a clear roadmap that takes us from finding your unique value all the way to delivering an amazing coaching experience. Let's start with step 1.
First up, and this is probably the most critical step of all, is finding what's called your value zone. This is all about niching down. It's about going from being a generalist who knows a little bit about everything to becoming a specialist who knows a lot about one specific thing.
So what is a unique value zone, or UVZ? Well, think of it as the ultimate sweet spot. It's not just a broad market like fitness, and it's not even just a niche like weight loss for women. It's a super specific problem inside of that, like helping new moms lose baby weight. That's where the real value and the real money is. I absolutely love this analogy. Think about it. You've got your local pub that tries to serve everything. Burgers, fish and chips, curry, pasta, you name it. It tries to please everyone. Because of that, it really can't charge a premium for anything. But then you have a high-end Japanese omakase restaurant. They do one thing, and they do it perfectly. And for that, they can charge a fortune.
And that right there is the entire lesson. When you're a specialist, you're not in the business of competing on price anymore. You're competing on your unique expertise. People aren't coming to you for a bargain. They're coming to you for a specific result that they believe only you can help them achieve.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now, because it's the #1 thing that stops people. But I'm not a world-class expert in anything. The source material is very clear on this. That is completely the wrong way to think about it. See, your value doesn't come from a fancy degree or a certificate on the wall. It comes from your lived experience. If you've solved a really tough problem for yourself, whether it was getting over a fear of public speaking or creating a system to get your kids to sleep through the night, that solution is valuable. You're just one step ahead of someone else, and you can be the perfect person to guide them up that same step. So, once you've found your value, the next step is packaging it into an offer that people actually want to buy. This is section 2, and it's where we turn your solution into a real product. A truly irresistible high-ticket offer has these 3 core parts. You have to clearly name the painful problem you solve, you have to promise a very specific, tangible result, and you have to explain your unique way of getting them there. That unique solution is your secret sauce. It's what makes them choose you. And check this out. The source gives us a fantastic, super practical tool for this. It's a simple fill-in-the-blank formula. For instance, I help online creators get their first 10,000 subscribers through my Content Flywheel system without burning out. You see how clear and powerful that is? Now, this is where the premium pricing really changes the entire game. Just look at this breakdown. When you solve a very specific, painful problem, you can charge a premium price for it. And suddenly, that $10,000 a month goal doesn't seem so daunting. You don't need hundreds of customers. You might only need 2.
Okay, this is the big one, isn't it? This is the million-dollar question. You've built the perfect service, it's ready to change lives, but the world is a big, noisy place. Where do you even start looking for clients? This is where so many people get stuck, so let's break it down.
And that brings us right into section 3, getting your first clients. We're shifting from building the thing to actually getting it out into the world, right in front of the people who need it the most.
The source lays out 4 main ways to do this. You've got direct methods, like cold emailing or DMs. You can use paid ads. You can leverage your network for referrals, and you can create organic content. Now, they all have their pros and cons, but there's one that's really recommended when you're just starting out. And that favorite is organic content. Why? Well, because when you create genuinely helpful content that's specific to your unique value zone, you start to build trust and authority before you ever ask for a sale. You stop chasing clients, and instead, you start attracting them. It's a total game changer.
Now, this is a really important warning from the source. It's so tempting to just throw money at Facebook or Google ads and hope for a flood of clients. But if you haven't proven that your offer actually works with real paying people first, you're probably just going to burn through a lot of cash. The advice is clear. Get your first few clients organically, then think about scaling with ads.
All right, we're on the home stretch, section 4. You've found your niche, you've built your offer, you've even signed your first clients. Now comes the part that really matters, delivering an experience that's so good they'll be singing your praises. This is such a critical distinction to make. People do not pay thousands of dollars for information they could just find on Google. They're paying you for a solution, for a transformation. They're paying for your guidance, your support, and for you to hold them accountable. Your job isn't to be a lecturer, it's to be a guide. And to do that job well, you need structure. This 5-part framework is gold because it makes sure every single call you have is productive. You build that connection, you set a clear goal for the call, you do the coaching work, and then, this is key, you wrap up with super clear, actionable next steps. So your client is never left wondering what they're supposed to do next. So as we wrap this all up, let's circle back to that feeling of self-doubt we talked about at the beginning. The source makes a really powerful final point here. For most of us, the biggest thing holding us back isn't that we don't know enough. That's not it. The real barrier is just failing to see the incredible value in the solutions you've already figured out in your own life. So I'll leave you with the same question the source does. If you really look at your experiences, your skills, your struggles, what problem are you, right now, uniquely positioned to solve for somebody else?